Hey, welcome back to another edition of Ruck Rehab. Before, when I did the review of the Tiger Stripe GR1, I said that we wanted to try to make this into an event bag. So I want to show you what I have to work with. I'm going to do the work. I probably won't really film the work, but we'll give it a shot. And my plan is to get this out and test it out. Really, it's been like 70 the last 2 days here. And of course today it's like in the 40s because that's how we do it in Ohio. So to go over the gear, we've got GR1 21 liter Tiger Stripe. Boom. All right, for that, as I had mentioned, Ruck Customs has the Kydex frame sheets, and I had a couple, but I didn't have a 21 liter one, so I traced one, cut it down, got everything nice and smooth. I had like a metal cutoff wheel I used to cut it, and then I used one of those flat discs to kind of bevel the edges, smooth it out, and then finish it off with some 120 grit sandpaper by hand, feeling along, making sure there were no rough spots that would potentially catch any of the material on the ruck. And then for the heck of it, you see that there? I like to try to label these. Usually I use a silver Sharpie, but of course that one's dried out, so you use what you got, right? That's kind of what the plan is here. Again, we're going to be using the Shattuck's Tactical Plate Pocket in there. OD green. Now there are two ways you can attach that. I'm going to go with way number one. We have these clips. It's a mallets clip from Tactical Tailor. I'm going to go with these because I have 4 of them, and I just feel like that's going to give me more support. There are kind of 2 ways you can do this. You can either feed it through the mallet on the bag and the pocket and clip it together, which would be fine. What I like to do, and I guess you call it the proper way, is to weave it between each piece of mallet, either on the bag or on the pocket, so it just locks in tight. So we're going to be going with these. The other way you can do it, and I have one on the front of there, is, and I don't know what the name of these are, it's like a little speed lacing clip. So same concept, weave it through the molly. These are just got this tab on it, you pull it out, that way you can detach stuff real quick. Additionally with that, we've got this, we'll call it a hydration bladder ring. I don't know, I found it in the garage. It's like a tie for extension cords or something, but it has been sitting around for years, and I said, here's the time to use it. We'll be adding on different things like the hydration hold, locks, and I am still trying to figure out what exactly paracord I want to use for the handle, but I wanted to do something. So I got a little bored and a little crafty, and I was like, all right, what do I have in the ways of greens, tans, and blacks? So I have made a piece of paracord here. We'll try and remember all these, and I'll try to get a good shot in here. We've got this is Jaeger camo that I just used on the Rucker 4.0, which I'll get that going here shortly, another video on that. This, I believe they call it champagne, and I've melted the ends together, kind of smooth them out, rubbed them in good, try to make a nice smooth transition. You're going to burn the shit out of your fingertips. Just happens. So then from the champagne, I went into a tan. And I had a little section of tan. Then I did back to the Jaeger camo, back to the champagne. Then we went black, a nice long stretch of black. Then we went back to tan. And then back to black. Now, this is where I screwed up because I was in my head, I was like, okay, we're going to get this wrapped up nice and good. And we're going to make it, greens to the tan, to like the lighter tans, the tans, and the black in the center. I screwed it up. And I don't know. I could sit here and redo the whole thing. But whatever, it's a temporary unless it looks awesome, it's going to be temporary until I find the color I want. But to make it even, I should have done the greens in the middle and at the ends, then tans, and then the black. Because when you wrap it, it's going to be the middle of the paracord, and then the end be on the ends and work way, long. So I don't know, but it doesn't have to be symmetrical, right? It's tiger stripe. So we'll put it on, we'll see what it comes out like, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna have a seat here in the kitchen because again, it's cold out there today. So we're gonna have a seat at the table, start wrapping some stuff up, start lacing that in, and I'll get back into the video when I've got all that stuff handled. All right. I don't know how to do the sped up version of me lacing this thing, so you're just not going to see it. All right. If you do need instructions how to do it, I got mine from the Cleveland area rucking crew website. I'll put my first link ever into the description below. That way you can look onto it. I mean, I follow this thing. Every handle I wrap, I read it, do it. That's the way I have to do it. We'll try a different handle wrap on another bag, but for now, we'll give that one another try. Stay tuned. All right, we're back. We're pretty much complete on this for now. There'll be some other stuff to add we'll go over. But let's start with the one thing that I'm not too keen on, the handle wrap. I mean, it's not horrible. It came out good. I just don't care for the pattern that ended up in the end. So that's going to be getting replaced. But I figured for now, since I made that whole thing, I might as well use it. So for now, that handle wrap will be there, but it's not going to stick around. It's just, I care for this part here, the green with the black, and we're trying to figure out how to replicate that, but yeah, just not doing it for me. But before we move inside, we've got the hose retainer put on, training sternum strap, which I forgot to mention before. Got the frame sheet in there. When I do these frame sheets, I like to put them in with the original frame sheet, like against my back, and then this one as like a back support. I don't know, some people take them out, some leave them in. I just leave them in. All right, now for the real pain in the butt part. The pocket. It's in there. It's gonna be hard to see, but it is woven in between all those. That was a pain with these. If I were gonna do it again, I'd probably get 2 more of those speed clips and just use those, because these ones I had to feed through the pocket and then back down weaving it, and it got real tight. My freaking fingers are killing me, but we got it done. When I did weave this in here though, I wanted it to be nice and high, right? There's a lot of webbing on the back of these pockets, so I did the first row of webbing above the webbing on the GR1. Raises it up, so my malice clip starts on my second row. That's where the top of it is that goes between the two. That way it's up just a little bit higher, which also allowed me to use that first row from the back and Velcro in this ring for my hydration bladder. And then, just because I had some extras, and I'll probably move this, I put one here to kind of help hold the hose up when it comes out. And why not throw your tri-patch in there, right? So as I get going with this thing, what I like to do, and I left it out just to talk here. Boom. I like to tuck that inside the pocket so it stays in there. The hydration bladder will come down, it'll tuck in that pocket, keeping things nice and secure so not flopping around. And when I'm not using this for rucking, you can always use this setup and this be like a nice separate pouch for an everyday carry. Maybe throw a small laptop or an iPad or something in there. So it's versatile, but for now it works. I've got to get it all dug out here, but I am going to add on the hip belt. I usually run hip belt, a simple pocket on one side, and a full water bottle pocket on the other side for my Nalgene. And so we'll get that going. I wish I could remember. I always run them in a certain way, and I can't remember which one goes where. I'm pretty sure I run the Nalgene or the water bottle holder on the left and the other one on the right, because when it gets down to doing crawls and stuff, I'm right-handed. I tend to work to my right, and that way the bulge is on my left. That's why I pick a specific side. Yeah, pretty happy with how it's coming along. It can always go in for drain holes. We'll get a carabiner on here, maybe two with one of those handles in between there. My wife is awesome at weaving paracord, so I try to recruit her help, even though she doesn't have any interest in this stuff. Maybe she can help me out and get that done. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna get this thing out for a ruck, and I will add that on to the end of this video, kind of let you know what my initial thoughts are. So stay tuned. All right, so we finally got some time today. Knock out a quick test of the Tiger Stripe GR1. Feels good. I had a little time, so I threw a 30-pound plate in it. Hit this trail out by my house just to see how it feels. Feels good. The back is nice and snug. The laptop compartment padding against my back feels pretty similar to the Rucker padding, which is nice. So yeah, I usually use 50 pounds when I train. So I'm gonna try to carve out a little time later, maybe just got a mile in with that. But 2 miles at 30 pounds, feels great. Definitely loving that frame sheet in there. Stay tuned. Okay, so Tiger Stripe GR1 21 liter, finally rucked it. As you can see too, added the hip belt, carabiner strap, simple side pocket, water bottle pocket, all the goodies. This thing's ready to rock. Oh, ruck rip cords. If you don't own some, get some from Good Works. This is version 3. It doesn't matter what version you use, okay? You don't have to be a rocket scientist. They work. Get them, use them. Boom. My thoughts. I did a 2 mile ruck with a 30-pound plate to try it out. And then I just got back from a 1 mile dog walk with 50 pounds. Felt great. On the 50, I was getting a little dig into my armpit with the corner of the strap. But honestly, I think that was just an adjustment. 1, 2, got to break the straps in. And 3, maybe I put on a few pounds over the winter. I don't know. We'll just call it a work in progress. I like it. I think that the padding on the back feels real similar to that of a rucker. So I like the extra padding that the laptop compartment gave me. The frame sheet felt solid. That was a nice, smooth, solid feel against my back. So I'm loving it. I'm going to get the Rucker 4.0 out this week and get it out, and we'll see how it goes. So stay tuned.